Hello and welcome to Flippin Through the Internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we're going to be flipping through Mad Magazine number, where is it? Here we go. 151, released June 1972, cover price 45 cents, which is indeed cheap. Before we get into that, however, I do want to do a couple reminders. First off, please show your support for my channel. Click subscribe, hit the ring, ring the thing, and, share it out, leave a comment, whatever you do. If you engage with these videos in any way, that helps the channel. That's the easiest way, the easiest thing you can do to support me. If you want to take it an extra mile, go check out patreon.com/flippinthrough. Link is down below. And you can support me there. And shout out to my supporters over on Patreon: Rod Mead Sperry, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Kyle Bridget. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it, even if sometimes I forget to say thank you already. Anyway, also, I'm going to be interviewing Doug Guilford from madcoversite.com. If you are a member of the Patreon, you can submit questions that you would like me to ask him, and I will ask those questions. Additionally, I'm putting into the works some stickers, pack of 4 stickers, I think, and I'm going to be giving those away to the patrons. I don't have a lot to offer except my gratitude, so I'm trying to put together something cool, some MAD-themed stickers. So enough of all of that. Let's get back to the man of the hour. Issue number 151. This is one of those issues that I thought I owned already, but I was at my comic shop. Shout out to Comic Book College in South Minneapolis. And this is where I buy most of the MADs that I have at this point. I also picked up these two issues, 113 and 108. I got to fill out my 100s collection. Anyway, this is one of the greats. Mad Magazine proudly salutes American industry in its endless quest for quality, perfection, and high standards of production. It's just perfect. You know, I mean, the gag is self-evident. I did not realize this at the time, though. It is like the cover is nearly detached, so I have to be pretty careful about this. But anyway, wait, hold on. Now I just said I have to be careful, but now I'm going to close again. Is it a Norman Mingo cover? I don't see a signature, but I also love this right here, the bind and trim indicators. Like, that's just a nice little touch that, like, at the printing press, that is something that would be there. This is just lovely. This is up there with that other cover with the, it's like a can of paint and a roller, but it's rolling on the MAD design, like Alfred E. Newman and all of that stuff. One Day in the Jungle, artist George Woodbridge, writer Sergio Aragones. Oh, that's lovely. I enjoy having these cartoons on the inside cover, but part of me almost prefers the ad. Wait a second. I just realized something. This whole thing is off. I apologize for that. Anyway, that's better. Let's refocus. Here, let's see our quote for this issue. The quote this issue is, "It's hard to believe that a man will propose to a girl under a light he wouldn't even pick out a suit by." And maybe that would have been funny if I didn't screw it up. It's a very definite possibility. Anyway, the vital features, we have songs for the 72 presidential candidates. I have no idea what artist that is. That is quite hard to tell. I don't know. I'm going to guess that's Woodbridge. We have the Miracle Center, a Mad TV satire. What's his face? Here we have some Jack Davis, the sports interviews, past, present, and future. Lighter side of modern technology. And Mad's Auto Manufacturer of the Year. I don't know who that could be. And then down here, Carnival Knowledge, a Mad movie satire. Let's examine some of the... Ooh, this is feeling a little brittle. Ah, here it is. Phone bone, pronounced phone bone. Here we go. I do want to zoom in on this letter. Ah, wrong direction. Oh, it irritates me that this cover. I may as well just manhandle this, and because I'm probably going to rip the cover. Horror comics of the 1950s. I think your readers would be interested in knowing about Nostalgia Press's latest release, Horror Comics of the 1950s. 23 of the greatest stories from EC's Tales from the Crypt and The Vault of Horror have been reprinted in a mammoth full-color edition, which will delight old and new EC fan addicts. I'm sure this hardcover book will bring back fond memories for all, not only because of the complete stories, but also because of the original ads, biographies, and editorials, which I've included. If any of your readers would like to order a copy of this EC Bonanza. Oh, this is the guy making it. Okay, so this is an ad. But Nostalgia Press. Now, when was this? When did Russ Cochran put out his? Because I have that Russ Cochran. I guess maybe that was later because he was doing all of those really great reprints. I don't think that's called Nostalgia Press. Maybe I'm wrong, though. I don't know. You know you've grown up. You know you've really grown up when you dial the operator and she quits calling you ma'am and finally calls you sir. Ain't that the truth? Nothing is more deflating for the young man to... I remember it was like a solicitor would call and they would be like, hello, ma'am. It's like, oh, great. Come on, bro. You know, I'm a man. I'm a full-grown man. I'm 9 years old. It's the worst. All right. Oh. Mad photoetry. Okay. Conceived and researched by Max Brandel. A combination of poem or prose and a photograph. Who is this? Is this the Rosenbergs? Is this one of the Rosenbergs? Here we have Picasso. Art is the child of nature, yes, her darling child, in whom we trace the features of the mother's face, her aspect and her attitude, all her majestic loveliness chastened and softened and subdued into a more attractive grace, and with a human sense imbued. This is here's the gay contingent. Waken lords and ladies gay on the mountain dawn the day. I think this is just, they would do this every once in a while where it would be like not necessarily funny. Here we go. Onward Christian soldiers marching as to war with the cross of Jesus going on before. See, this is irony, right? Money is honey, my little sonny, and a rich man's joke is always funny. I don't know. Who is that? Who is that? Rick Iacocca or something? I mean, this is just entirely topical, I think. Almost entirely topical. You know, I'm sorry, guys. I don't get it. I do not fully understand. But don't let my ignorance get in the way of your enjoying it. In the operating room, Don Martin. One of the few, times when he gets just lots of room to spread out and have like multiple gags going on. I think like he does a lot where it's like nothing, right? No words. But I like it when he has like the written parts, right? Like this is almost entirely silent and it's fine or whatever. But like this, whoo, thanks fellas, I needed that. We operate in 15 minutes. I like that. I like his writing style. I mean, he's very good at the visual gags like this one. Let me zoom in on that. I find this, I'll tell you, to be quite disgusting. But we have these guys. I think I need to upgrade my camera. Forceps, clamp, scalpel. That's nightmarish, I must say. And look at, you see his the fingers now pointing up from down there. Oh, that's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Artist David Gantz. No wonder. I don't think I've heard. I don't recall seeing his art before. David Gantz. Frank Jacobs, obviously, doing the songs. Here we have the Nixon fight song. To the Over There, which isn't that the army song? Over there, over there. I don't know though. Pop Goes the Weasel for the Kennedy Carol. In case you forget, Kennedy, I believe drunk driving killed a lady. And I don't know. See, went on to have a fantastic political career. In 69, he led the polls. It seemed that he was ready. In 69, he looked good, and then, oops, there went Teddy. Each time he shows the Kennedy style, and people think he's steady. Each time it looks like he's the one. Oops, there goes Teddy. Oh, my goodness. The Notre Dame fight song. I have no idea how that goes. The Alfred E. Newman anthem sung to Try to Remember. I don't know. I wish I knew this. Ed Muskie, a man of the people, Ed Muskie. I think we'll never find a man who speaks his mind like that. Ed Muskie. No, I have no idea who this is. This is insane. I'm just like, this is, I don't know. Like, this is so topical, this issue. The Miracle Center. There's a popular weekly series on television about Medical Center where patients are treated with respect. The nurses are super courteous. The operations are 99.9% successful, and no one is ever presented with a bill. Now, we've been to plenty of medical centers, but from what we've seen of this place, it's more like a miracle center. Likely just another one of those shows that lasted like 1 or 2 seasons and went totally down the memory hole. Angelo Torres doing this artwork, though. And I love Angelo Torres. I think he's such a fantastic artist. It's, I don't know. I think it's like, is he spoken as fondly as the other guy whose name I can't remember? I don't think he is, and I think that's a shame because it's great. He's just fantastic. Here we have another classic from Dick DeBartolo, Letters from the Internal Revenue Service. We saw this, like, I just think last week or the week before with, like, letters from God. And then before, Dick DeBartolo is doing letters from Santa. These are great. These are absolutely great. Let's just zoom in a little bit so we can see these. Dear Professor Butkovich, we realize that there are certain educational materials which you must have in order to teach anatomy, but we do not feel that subscriptions to Playboy, Penthouse, Dude, and Gent are among them. Sincerely, the IRS. These are notably pleasant letters from the IRS. Dear Messers, what is this? I've never seen this. MESSRS? That's a thing? Dear Messers, Mr. and Mrs., is that like, it's like a portmanteau? Weber and Weber? Messieurs? Of course, business lunches are deductible for income tax purposes. But one partner taking the other out to lunch on alternating days throughout the year is not allowable. Dear Mr. Bachelor, we will need a fuller explanation regarding your relationship with Miss Zelda Funzy. There is no regulation that allows you to deduct someone who is just like a wife to you. This is to Giuseppe Spaghettini. If I ever had to go undercover, I've said this many times over. If I ever had to go undercover, my name would be Vincenzo Spaghetti. I've said that. Or maybe, wait, was it Vincenzo Linguini? I forget. It was some type of thing. I think it was Spaghetti. We suspect that there is an error in your recent tax return. Since you indicate that you only earn $2,000 per annum, we would like to point out that per annum means per year, not per day. Hey, that's pretty good. TV sports interviews, past, present, and future. April 29th. Oops. Maybe I should shift this over so you can actually see it. Here we are, April 29th, 1946, the first post-game studio interview. We're here with St. Louis Browns pitcher Walt Freemish, who just lost another big one to the Philadelphia A's, 16-2. I guess you just didn't have your best stuff out there, eh, Walt? I thought I had good stuff, Fred. I was throwing a lot less wild pitches in the late innings, but we were 14 runs behind by then. Yes, that was a tough break for you. Well, I've been a hard luck pitcher all year, Fred, and it's too bad they're farming me out to Des Moines just when I'm throwing good stuff again. True, but the fans and our sponsors still love you, fella. So here's a gift certificate for $10 on the purchase of any new 1946 Kaiser Frazer. Thanks, but I like New Hudson a lot better. No, you don't. Well, that's our post-game show for today. I don't know. Sports stuff just don't do it for me. I have to say. Sports jokes are not that great. But maybe it's just 1970s or 1940s sports humor that I'm into. Here we have a lovely Sergio Aragonés cartoon that is not a mad look at. Oh, look at this enterprising young man. Oh, look at this guy just broke the shine box. So it gives him some money to placate this youngster. At which time he reassembles it. It's lovely. The lighter side of technology. I'm not even going to indulge him today. All right, just don't look at Dave Berg, and he'll leave us alone, kids. Back in the operating room with Don Martin during a heart transplant. Schlick. Schlop. Worst case of rejection I've ever seen. Okay, so Don Martin is always, everybody remembers him for like the little floppy feet, right? But I mean, look at all this other stuff, right? I mean, look at just the composition, the posture, all the gizmos and gadgets in this operating room. Look at the soiled rags there on the cart. It's just so lovely. Every part of this is a perfect illustration. And it's humorous. Look, we have the cigarette butt right there. A banana. No, that's not a banana. That's just a bloody rag. It's just lovely. And look at the little heart, how the little arteries down there are running like little legs. My man, Paul Coker Jr. When several issues back, we did an article showing that when people say one thing, they usually mean something else. Since then, we've discovered that there are some people who do say what they mean. The only trouble is they invariably change their mind later on and say something entirely different, which they also mean. In other words, when somebody says, he's almost sure to say, when somebody says, wow, those hot pants are fantastic, I'll say, he's almost sure to say, hi, Daddy, what's going on? Have you gone crazy? Pull the blinds down before somebody sees you. Oh, here we go. Here we have the coppers. When somebody says, okay, let's go. Move along, you punks. You're breaking the law by obstructing the sidewalks. He's almost sure to say, do you think it's right for the police to strike when it's against the law? Listen, fella, the right of all citizens to protest peacefully is guaranteed by the Constitution, and protesting against unjust laws is exactly how this nation got started. I love this. That is very, that's very timely, I think. I'd like to see the government enact some sort of price controls. That's the only way the inflation can be stopped. No, I don't think that demanding $12.50 an hour raise is too high. We've got to anticipate the inevitable rise in the cost of living, and my men deserve a living wage. Again. Oh, man. So, like, some of this stuff, it's so interesting because there are certain aspects where it's like, oh, we never got around to addressing certain things in this country. And so it's like, it's just as funny now as it was 50 years ago. And I enjoy this. Look at that idiot cutting in and out. You know what's wrong with this country? Nobody has any respect for the law. Case in point. You were doing 70, Mac. Let's see your license. Sure, officer. Here, why don't you go buy yourself a cigar or something? No respect. No respect for the law. This is MAD's Auto Manufacturer of the Year. George Woodbridge, artist. Writers Tom Koch with Earl Dowd. This is one that they've done several times. I think there was like Insurance Salesman of the Year also in a recent issue. Formatted perhaps a little differently. I don't know, though. I could be wrong. But George Woodbridge is, again, just somebody who, I mean, he's putting in so much work at MAD Magazine. And his stuff looks so good. Just always. When did Woodbridge stop working at MAD? I do not know. Artist Bob Clark. Writer Tom Koch. You know your days are numbered when. Yeah. This is sort of like, you might be a redneck. You know your days are numbered when you learn that the plane you're on is being hijacked to Jordan, and your name is Shapiro. God. Oh, my goodness. You know your days are numbered when your wife tells you she's joined a ladies' garden club, which meets at 9 o'clock every Saturday night. Oh, man. You know your days are numbered when you realize the surgeon who was about to operate on you just came from the hospital's Christmas party. Here we go. You know your days are numbered when you think you've won the Miami to Nassau yacht race, only to find that nobody's there to welcome you but Cuban soldiers. You know your days are numbered when you just happen to be passing a vandalized ROTC building with your geology specimens when the National Guard arrives. Yikes. You know your days are numbered when your car breaks down on a lonely road and nobody stops to investigate except a gang of Hell's Angels. Carnival knowledge artist Mort Drucker. Mort Drucker he doesn't get the main one. That's very interesting. No, it's more interesting. Why are all the people grayed out and the background white? Doesn't it seem like it would make more sense to have the background all washed out and the people like pop out sort of like this? That's strange. Written by Larry Siegel. Carnival knowledge. I don't know. This is that guy from that folk band, right? Oscar and Oliver. What are their names? Simon and Garfunkel. Is that him? Were they in a movie? Or was one of them in a movie? Here we have the fold in. Unfortunately, the fold in has never been folded in. So you will never find out what it was. I'm sorry. But here's another one. Here's a MAD poster. This back, Crime in Italy. Gosh, this is just, I only paid a couple bucks for it. So I think this is like $4. So I guess that explains the cheap price. Another MAD mini poster. I just think this is so beautiful. I can't really, looks like Grouch. Groucho, I guess, is the artist of this. I don't know. But I love this. This is beautiful. I like the way that, the dove is hidden behind there and then poking its head out. It's just very beautiful. This is just a piece of artwork, right? This seems like something that would be, I don't know, wouldn't this be in like some type of like contemporary art gallery? That's how it seems to me. And I'm glad this wasn't folded in because I really do like this I like this back cover unmolested, as it were. Yeah. Flip that back. This has been Flippin' Through MAD number 151. If you have any suggestions for future issues that we flip through, maybe ones that you are particularly fond of, let me know in a comment below. Otherwise, please remember, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment, and share this video out. That is the best way that you can help this channel grow. So thank you so much for watching. Toodaloo.